I think you will make me pay for it. This matters little. What does matter is to provide evidence for the terrible reality that you demons work unceasingly for the eternal ruin of souls. A good way to conclude what has been recorded here is to recount a gospel parable given to us by the heart and mind of our Lord Jesus Christ, Redeemer of humanity, Son of God, the infallible Master of every truth. The kingdom of heaven is likened to a man that sowed good seed in his field. But while men were asleep, his enemy came and oversowed cockle among the wheat, and went his way. And when the blade was sprung up, and had brought forth fruit, then appeared also the cockle. And the servants of the good man of the house coming said to him, Sir, didst thou not sow good seed in thy field? Whence then hath it cockle? And he said to them, An enemy hath done this. And the servants said to him, Wilt thou that we go and gather it up? And he said, No, lest perhaps gathering up the cockle you root up the wheat also together with it. Suffer both to grow until the harvest. And in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather up first the cockle, and bind it into bundles to burn, but the wheat gather ye into my barn. Then, having sent away the multitude, he came into the house, and his disciples came to him, saying, Expound to us the parable of the cockle of the field. Who made answer and said to them, He that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man, and the field is the world. And the good seed are the children of the kingdom, and the cockle are the children of the wicked one. And the enemy that sowed them is the devil. But the harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. Even as therefore the cockle is gathered up and burnt with fire, so shall it be at the end of the world. The Son of Man shall send his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all scandals, and them that work iniquity, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the just shine as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. In Florence, there lived a wealthy family. One of the sons had abandoned the Christian life and began living a dissolute life in the company of a young woman. The young woman had no desire to reform her life, doubtless having been encouraged by the demon of impurity. By God's grace, the young man began to feel remorse for his sinful life, so much so that he thought to himself, I will enter a monastery and become a brother. He was admitted to a religious convent in Florence. Some time later, while the religious brothers were seated for dinner, the absence of the young convert was noted. So the superior sent one of his colleagues to his room to call on him. The door to the room was closed, and smoke was coming up from the gap near the floor. They forced the door open and found the young man lying unconscious on the floor. When he came to, he recounted, A young woman came in here. She looked desperate and was horrible to look at. I asked her, Who are you? And she replied, I was your old lover. Death seized me, and I fell into hell, where I now burn. Do you want proof of the fire that is now devouring me? The unhappy wretch approached the prie-dieu near the painting of the crucifixion where I usually pray. She rested her hand on the prie-dieu and burned it. Then she put her hands on the painting and left a fiery imprint. Then she promptly disappeared. I was so frightened that I lost consciousness. The details of this incident became widely known. The father of the young convert wanted all evidence of this incident to be destroyed, and he confiscated the burnt objects. The superior of the convent was able to secure the painting and brought it to Naples, the mother house of the mission. Whoever wishes to see the painting will find it in possession of the mission in Naples at 51 Via Vergine. This is only one of thousands of stories that history relates. The end.